What's good, fellow investors? I'm back with my fourth episode of Royal Investment Therapy, and you guys already know what it is. Last week, I talked about penny stocks, and this week, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the credit score and what is the importance of a credit score and obtaining good credit when it comes to buying a house. But elaborating again on last week, not only did I talk about penny stocks, but I talked about Elon Musk and how he has been impacting the market. And I talked about brands that are established today that started out as penny stocks, a brand like Apple. But getting into it, credit and how you use that to purchase a house is basically, it depends on if you have good credit or if you have bad credit. It's two different methods that you have to go to when it comes to purchasing a house.
When I refer to good credit, I'm meaning that it would be a good score, maybe in between 630 to 700 or above. And bad credit would be anything from 500 and below, or 550 down, or just, anything in that range.
So, many first-time home buyers like myself, I haven't got to the point where I'm going to purchase a house yet, but it will be very soon. So, a couple of steps considering the credit score. So, according to NerdWallet.com, obtaining a credit score of 620 will qualify a person to purchase a home. So, anything below a 620, it doesn't mean that a person can't get a home, but there will have to be a different method that you have to take. So, according to obtaining a good credit score, having a higher credit score will save on interest in the process and billing period. So referring to that, according to nerdwallet.com, this means that in that process, saving interest, that means that over a long period of time, you won't pay more money. If you pay smaller payments over 6 months, compared to paying larger payments over 6 months, you'll actually get the payment down faster than 6 months. So that's why you want to pay more. You want to pay more on your mortgage rather than paying lower. And I actually have an example for you guys today. So think about a house like a credit card. So if you had a credit card and you had a $1,700 balance and you maxed the balance out. So for instance, your loan servicer wants you to pay $35 a month on a $1,700 balance that you maxed out. So, okay, if you were to do $35 a month over the course of paying the $1,700 balance, it would take you 48 months and 2 weeks to get the balance all the way down to zero. But if you turn it around and paid $200 on a $1,700 balance on the credit card, it would take you 8 months and 2 weeks. It would take you 8 months and 2 weeks to get the balance down. And in the period of paying, there's a period that's called the free interest period. So you would actually get it down in less than a year if you were to do $200 compared to the $35 on a $1,700 credit balance. So the interest will accumulate over time if the cycle takes longer to pay off than the free interest period that is given for a credit card. Let me see. Applying the same concept to purchasing a house. So paying more towards the mortgage than the recommended expenses will be better for saving money over a period of time. So this means that, okay, your mortgage might be $800 a month, but the loan servicer, so that would be the price that the loan servicer gives you, $800 a month. Now if you do $800, let me see. Yeah, you divide the $800 payment into 12, and then you split it up and pay that amount until each payment that you make, that will equal up to one whole payment each year over the course of time. because a $300,000 house could be spread over 30 years, but if you pay an extra payment 30 times, that will reduce the interest rate on that house. So just thinking about it like a credit card, you want to pay more than less each month. So just paying, but you think about it in years because it's a way longer stretch over time. So making sure that you pay more on that balance each year, you'll guarantee that you save on interest with purchasing a house. So for first time home buyers like some of you guys and myself, when we get to that moment, it will be good to pay an extra payment if you can. Now if you do have to pay the minimum, pay the minimum. You can still survive, but it's always good to pay more than less. And according to mortgagereports.com, the lower your credit score is, the more money you will need to put down on your home. So when I refer to that, I'm speaking on my people who are not big credit score owners. So that means that not good credit score owners. And when I say a good credit score, as far as qualifying to purchase a house, that would be a credit score of 620 and up. So anything under a 620 might be able to qualify if you're right under 620, but I'm speaking on, 500, around that level. So people that do not have the credit score that's going to qualify. So that means that, you will have to be in a good standing with your income. But when I say put down on the home, that's your down payment. So cash money, how much cash money can you put down? And an example for that would be a $150,000 house. For a $500, well, not $500, for a 500 rank credit score, you will have to put down 10% to purchase that house. So, 10% of 150,000 would be 15,000. So that means that's why you would need to have good income so you could actually put down the cash money that you need to. Because having a good credit score, you can put down a smaller down payment. So you can get a house easier if you have the credit score, but you still will have to pay the money back regardless. So it kind of goes hand in hand when you choose between, going off of your income or going off of your credit score, or you could do both and you'll win on both sides. But one example from the article that was given, right, like I just said, was a score of 500 should be at least 10%. A 10% down payment. That's from mortgagereports.com. The only way to purchase a home with no credit or bad credit, that means that you need a good income. I'm repeating this to you guys so you can remember this. And a question that might rise from this discussion today is, okay, after making the purchase on the home, will your credit score go up or go down? Just speaking from experience, after you purchase something and you put it, the credit or whoever your credit people are that's watching you, maybe it could be Credit Karma, whichever credit you go by, Equifax or Credit Union, or no, TransUnion. But basically those people, they keep track of each thing that you get. So if you get something and you finance it, your credit report is going to report that. It's going to report it. So whoever the company is, they're going to report it to, they're going to report it to the credit. So, okay, purchasing a house, that would definitely make your score go down because, you have to get inquiries. Some things might be a soft inquiry and some things might be a hard inquiry. A soft inquiry will only affect your score a little, so it will affect your score minuscule.
Minuscule.
Now, when you have a hard inquiry, it'll push your score down by more points. And having inquiries multiple times, or running your credit score multiple times when purchasing something, that makes your score go down. And according to mortgage reports, they said, your credit score could go down 15 points, or it could go down 40 points. So it's kind of like it's all in the hunt of having good credit. You have to be mindful that, okay, when I purchase this, my score will go down, but you just have to keep being obedient with all of these companies. When you do get something, you have to make the payments on time, you know. Make sure that you're paying 2 weeks ahead of time and not paying on the day of. Just making sure that you keep everything in good standing so you can be trustworthy when it's time to purchase the next thing. Or, you know, a good interest rate so you don't be charged a lot on each payment if you decided to make the minimum payment each month. So that right there, that is how credit affects purchasing a house, and that is how purchasing a house will affect your credit. And you know what to do. Tune in with me on my next episode. Shannon Royal, Royal Investment Therapy. I'm out.